beautiful people. How are y'all doing today? I hope everyone is doing wonderful. So I know that yesterday I said I was gonna probably finish the rest of this or work on it after the live, but I didn't. I went and I worked on the blanket, so I did have to take off numerous rows, which was disappointing. But I've got it situated and I didn't have to take out more or as many as I thought. So that was good. And if y'all hear my voice, it's a little off. I told y'all yesterday, like, my throat was scratchy and it was sniffly. Well, my throat is like on fire today. Hey, Rebecca, touched by yarn. Good morning. How are you doing today? It is good to see you, ma'am. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I've started coming live during the day. I just came back last week. I've been gone for months. But I started doing it during the day because I'm having a really difficult time doing it at night, which is what I did for almost almost a year and a half. But I'm trying out the daytime thing since the night's not working out for me. So I don't see much of my nighttime crew, which is a little disappointing. But I mean, I know we all have a schedule, But I miss some of my friends. I mean, I still go, visit their lives when I can, if it's not, terribly late. But yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my throat. I thought initially that maybe it was just the pollen from working in the garden, but that causes like the scratchy throat like I had yesterday, and maybe the sniffles, and maybe like a little bit of head congestion. But like, I don't ever remember it like making my throat feel like it's on fire and like actually hurting. So I'm not sure if it was if it's the pollen or if the start of something else. I'm not sure. I almost didn't even make my coffee this morning. I was gonna make myself some tea because, tea just makes you feel better, right? Coffee caffeinates you, but tea helps with ailments. But I didn't. I went with the coffee instead. Maybe after the coffee, I'll have a tea. I am blessed. I am crocheting an 18-inch granny square. Are you gonna make, wait, I was trying to think, because you're making that baby blanket square. Is that what you're doing? No, because that would be bigger. What are you making an 18-inch granny square for? Because I think the baby blanket was already bigger than 18. You're welcome. You're welcome. I come when I can, but like I said, I haven't been during during the nighttime. But yeah, I do stop in whenever I can. I don't always chat, but I've been attending your lives uh, since last November. Not all of them, but a good bit. You were recommended to me by Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and and a few of her viewers actually. Jane Doe, she was like, yes, she's awesome. Um, there was a few others until yeah, I started watching you at that point. You came highly recommended. And do you have any local grown honey? I do not. I do not have any. I'm on keto too, so well, kind of, sort of. I'm off of it right now, but I don't. Yeah, because I know like the honey with the salt and the lemon would probably relieve it. I'm gonna have to find something else though, because I actually do think I have some. It was local honey, and it was what is it when you put your garlic in there and you ferment it and it's been going for like a year or two, you know, so that would be great to eat, like a piece of that garlic and some of that honey would be like super amazing. And you know what, I may do it, I may do just a tiny bit, because since I'm not, like if it was, you know, 2 months ago I'd be like, oh no, I can't, but I probably could get away with it. Good morning, Jen, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. You are up early, my dear. So I didn't work on it anymore, like I said I was going to. So here we are. And I mean, I'll probably, what I'll probably do, which I thought about it this morning when I brushed my teeth, but then I forgot, was I was going to gargle with some salt water. And that, you know, that provides relief as well. I just forgot. But what I was saying, Rebecca, is I normally, when I was coming on nights, I normally do diamond painting on some nights, and I do crochet on some nights, and the circular knitting machine, which I didn't do very often, and cross stitch, which I just did a few times. So those are normally the things that I do. But since I came back last week during the day, all I've done is this diamond painting, because it doesn't require, I just leave it right here and then just set up my camera. Like today, yesterday I had the webcam, today I have the phone. So it was a little bit of a setup, but not much. So I just figured I'm probably just going to do this for a while. I mean, I may get bored and switch it out, but I don't know that I'll get bored because I'm like only working on it during the lives. So it shouldn't be terribly bad. I think that was it of that color. It seemed like there was a lot more, but there is not. Rebecca's saying good morning to Jen. Hey, Rebecca, are you streaming straight from YouTube? I am. I am. Why? Is it bad? I did it just straight from YouTube on um my old phone. I know, right? Look at me. Almost, almost. So Rebecca, what are you making with that 18-inch granny square? Did you tell me that I miss it? I will tell you, I made a shrug, and I think the granny square it was such an easy shrug. It was just made from a granny square, and the granny square I think was like 36 inches, maybe 40, I don't remember. But it is so cute. And all it was, you know, a big granny square, and you can just fit it to yourself and kind of see how it's gonna, you know, how it's gonna fit before you sew the pieces together. But then you just like fold over, you know, fold it over and fold it over, and sew right there for the hole for the arm, and the same thing on the other side. You just like triangle, triangle, and then sew. And it's just the cutest thing. But it was a big granny square. Like I was getting bored after working on it. But yeah, it's just the cutest shrug. Like 36-inch, maybe 40. I mean, it would have been big enough to square alone. I think I have a short on it on my channel, but it would have been. It wasn't baby colors though. Or I mean, I guess it could have been baby colors, but it's like blues and purples, just colors that I wanted to wear. But it could have been a baby blanket, and just with those two sewings of those two ends, it became a shrug. So lots of stuff that you can do with just granny squares, right? Three. Which one is this one? Okay, that's these purple ones. There's not very many of those at all. No, was just curious. Low volume than usual, but not bad. See, I have my mic on. Let me move it up. Is that any better? I move the mic up a little closer to my mouth. Maybe that'll make it a little bit better. Yeah, I have that issue with this phone and the volume. And then I don't think upping the volume on it makes a difference, but there we go. We will see. I was thinking of joining them together as a blanket, but then people started saying I should use it as a pillow cover. I'm not really sure of which one. Yeah, a granny square blanket is nice, right? But that would require a lot more squares, and as a pillow cover, you would only need two. If it's like a couch throw pillow, so it depends how many squares you want to work with. Or if it's colors you want to wear, just keep going and make it into a shrug. Be right back. My dogs need out. Okay. Hello, Meringue. Welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, it's okay. So I put it up closer to my mouth, so I'm hoping that helps. I don't use my new phone. I have, I think, like once or twice previously. Um, I don't like using my new phone. Well, it's not new no more, but my current phone for streaming. But I keep trying different things because I'm just trying out what works best. I wish I really could figure out the landscape and the portrait. I really wish I could. And then I could just do that. But see, that was it for that color. So I'm running out of like the colors that there's a lot of. So this is where I slow down quite a bit because of all the changing of colors. But look, I remember I think I'm in the upper section, right? I tried, I measured with this. So with my tray, I'm like, okay, I think that's where I was at. I know, I sound like a newbie, right? Oh well, I don't care. It'll be alright. So we have flood warnings. We're supposed to get like 2 inches of rain. So I was gonna go out there this morning and garden and like put those seeds in the ground, you know. But then I'm like, they're gonna get flooded. They're gonna probably get pushed deep into the soul. So I think, because I think it's supposed to end tomorrow afternoon. So I think I'll just do it tomorrow afternoon. Because I was gonna try to beat the rain, but it is windy out there. Very cloudy. I'm slow to respond because I'm kidding up stuff that needs to be kidded. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I know, and I'm not being very talkative today, so. And I didn't want to do a silent because when I do silent, then a lot of times I want to talk. So I figure if I do this, I can just talk and not talk. I'm not sure if the mic is picking up the music since it's right by my mouth and it's barely not picking up my voice that great. I hope it's good enough though. Where'd that come from? Us forest creature. Forest creature. So even though I had to take apart a lot of that blanket, I'm glad it's finally done and I'm working on it again and we're good to go. I think I'm gonna I had to lay it all out and see where my mistake was and all that to take it apart. So I was able to get a little video of it, and so I think I'm gonna post that on a short tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, yeah, tomorrow. Of what my progress is now. It's still pretty good though. I mean, I got a lot to go, but it's pretty good. Alright, those were the check marks. Was that all of it? No, there's more right there. There is more right there. Are you kidding up that really pretty girl? Those are beautiful. I so wish those people would reach out to me. it would be really, really nice. $32. Yes, okay. How many colors did y'all say that one had? It wasn't that many, was it? Was it 50? Was it 60? It was not as many as I thought. Yeah, 50. Okay, okay. Because I was thinking like something like that because of like the shading and like the skin, and I was thinking it would take a lot more. But, so I was shocked when I think you or Jeannie was reading it out. I was like, oh wow. I think that might have been all of that. I did my my setup a little bit different, so I have it like angled a little bit like going that way. And if I shake y'all every once in a while, it's because I forget it's there because it's never there. It's always like straight above. And I keep hitting the little mic thing on the phone. Or not, I'm tapping it, gently tapping it. So hopefully I'm not taking y'all for a ride. But that's what that is. The color changes. This is what gets me. Let's see, that's a star. That would be number 38. Put my little stars there. I get stars for doing such a good job. Hey Sonia, good morning. How are you doing, my dear? 6:30 in the morning. It is 6:30 in the morning for you. I am just sitting here, just a tiny little bit of chit chat every once in a while, and just placing drills. That is all that is going on here this morning. How's your kids doing, Sonia? Was that the last star? No. I don't even have my light. That's why I'm like, what am I looking at? Okay, now we're cooking. Look at that. I can see. I was like, why am I struggling? You don't think it makes a huge difference, but it really does. And it'd be nice if I could just figure out the morning hours, right? Because I've been here. I think every day except for the weekend, starting last week maybe, or whenever I started. But I don't have a time. So I'm just popping up here, popping up there, popping up everywhere. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that blanket because I really thought it was going to go in the trash. And I would do something like that, work on something for 60, 70 hours and then just trash it. You're back. Did you hear me about the, because I was talking, I didn't even see that you left. With the blankets and the pillows, like the blanket you need a lot more squares, but with the pillow you only need the two. And then I was like, and if you like the color and the yarn that you're using, you could just make it into a shrug. All right, so that star is done. We're gonna do the little fire pit. Oh, Jen, if I was on Restream, I'd be like, you could just come up here and sit and kit. But I can't get my stuff straight. Just adding a little variety keeps me on my toes. Rebecca says, hi everyone. Yes, I did hear you about the blanket. I was thinking with the four of them would make a 36 by 36 baby. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would, right? Are you crocheting? You're working on that right now. That's one of my favorite things to crochet is granny squares. So my very first thing that I crocheted years ago was when I first learned how to crochet was a king size blanket, all single crochet, because that's the first stitch I learned, just a single crochet. And recently, well, within the last, I don't know, few years, I threw it away. Hubby's like, are you sure? Like, this took you so long. And you could tell when I started, like, the stitches weren't even, the tension was off, my ends weren't quite right. But by the time I finished that thing, it was almost perfection, right? But we had it for a really long time. Um, but then after that, that was one of my favorite things to make was blankets till recently, actually. But my favorite is the granny square, just because it's so versatile. You can do so much with it. And I mean, it doesn't require much thought, it's just, I don't know, it's just simple yet great. And that's the thing, you can sit there and make granny squares and then just decide what you're going to make with them, you know? Are you going to join them? Are you going to, you know, it just depends what you want. Most of the time you can. I don't know, am I done with this one? I think so. No, there's one right here. Hello, Frostbite. How are you doing? I was like, okay, I'm glad you said I'm Madwood. Oh, Rebecca. Yeah, remember I couldn't think of the other one. Madwood was one that recommended you to me way back then. I'm glad you said that because I was like, Frostbite, Frostbite. How is Frostbite a moderator? I'm not recognizing, and you said it. I'm like, okay, good. I was thinking something suspicious is going on. How are you doing? I have not seen or heard from you in a while. You're great. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I woke up this morning, my throat's on fire. I'm not sure if I'm coming down with something or if it's just from working outside and, you know, maybe allergies or something like that from the pollen. I'm not exactly sure. But other than that, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. It is good to see you. Madwood was with me in the beginning. There was a few that were with me in the beginning, and he was one of them. He was there every night I went live. Before I even went live, he was in the chat. There was a few of them. They were super nice and supportive to me. I appreciate that because, you know, when you're first starting out, you just don't know, you know. But yeah, Terry, I've been gone for, I haven't been on here for like 6 months or something like that, with the exception of like a pop up, one or two pop ups. But I came back last week. But the thing is, during the day, I can't do nights right now. I did one night, I think, last week, maybe a Friday night for like an hour. But I don't know that I can do that, you know, on a consistent basis. Don't know that I can do that consistently. Look at that. Rebecca says, I remember Madwood Barbecue. Good to see you here. If you're wondering, Madwood, I was telling her earlier, I was like, yeah, you were recommended to me like a year and a half ago by, you know, Granny, and I couldn't think. I was like, there's a few others, and I knew that you were one of them because you talked her up. And then here you are, like, what? I just thought you into coming in here. That's a 6. Well, I'm getting ready to have my hip replaced June 1st. Oh no. You said you had to get both of them done, right? Are they're starting out with the one on June? Hey Lucy, welcome in, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you for the unicorn hearts and rainbows. I'm so glad y'all popped in here. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Even if I'm not, being chatty Jackie, I'm just kind of putting drills in place and talking a little bit here and there. It is great to see you all. So you have to go through a lot of like pre-op stuff, right? Like all these tests and things before they can actually do the surgery. Have you gone through that already, or are you going through that now? How's Nicole doing? Y'all, if you're in here, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up. I finished that variegated baby blanket. That was such a pretty color. It was, I don't know, it was just calming to me. um, that I showed on my live on Sunday. Nope, just gotta go through this little schooling. Huh, okay. Hi, Sono. Welcome in. Thank you. Scent flower. Thank you so much. Nicole is a different story right now. Not gonna much till until we find out for sure. Not gonna say much. Okay, okay. Yeah, I just don't want to leave anybody out. I always ask for her, so got it. Oh, I can't put the things along the bottom to play. You're welcome. Good evening, morning. It is Moran. It's morning for me. It is 9:53 in the morning. Oh, Sono sending me jewels, gold coins. Thank you. The yarn that I used for that blanket was given to me as a gift when I was at the 10 Killer in April. It was very nice. Very nice. Drop some emojis. Sono shared my stream. Thank you. Thank you. In placing drills, I'm always like, oh, well, like people don't want to come, just watch somebody just place drills. But I do it all the time. So, I guess people do like it. I do like doing my lives with crochet more, but just because I hadn't, well, I did crochet on the blanket yesterday, but because I hadn't crocheted in a while and I need to work on that blanket instead of like on other projects, I'm just like, I'm just gonna diamond paint. Now, when I finish that blanket, I will. Or even if I might do a silent doing the blanket, but I cannot chit chat or anything like that. Or even, oh no, I just took that tag off. Even if I do talk, it would have to be like work on the blanket for however long, it takes me to get to a stopping point, and then, I can talk for like, a minute or two or whatever, and then get back to it. But I can't do like I normally do, like I'll crochet and just talk. I cannot do that with that blanket because that's why I had to take so much of it apart, was because it requires focus. It requires focus. I mean, I probably could have, I'm not going to say I could have been done with it, but it could be pretty close if I didn't have to take so much apart. But, I thought I was doing good though. I'm like, oh yeah, I can crochet this and I can chit chat and look at me. Then you realize that you've made mistakes. That one did not go on there straight. I used both variegated, and it made a blanket that is 36 by 36. All right. I'm gonna do these little ends right here. Yeah, 54. 54. I used two. You had two, and you used them both. Or maybe they weren't the 14 ounces then. They were what, like 7 ounces maybe? Maybe 5. All right, that's all of that color. It was red heart. Yeah, 7 ounces. Okay. Hey, Jen. Hello. Okay, Nightbot's telling me devotional time, so we will do devotional. I know he gets confused, but it's okay. We appreciate everything he does, so that's fine. All right. Today's devotional is Road to Wisdom. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not trust in your own understanding. Agree with him in all your ways, and he will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from what is sinful. It will be healing to your body and medicine to your bones. Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gets understanding. Proverbs 3 5 through 8 and 13, NLV. This world seems to be getting more and more complicated every day. There are so many choices one can make, so many roads one can take. I'm sometimes confused, Lord, not sure what to do, which path to choose. Give me the wisdom I need to walk the right way. I'm trusting you and your wisdom and not my own. I'm going to agree with you on everything. I'm turning myself over to you, knowing that in your wisdom lies my path to true and lasting joy. Under your direction will I find the true remedy I need. Amen. Amen. Alright, what color? What color? Let's do the U-turn. Where is the U-turn? 14. 14. I lost all my people. My people went away. I'm sorry I have to keep doing that. I'm gonna have to look up and see how strong the wind is out there, because I mean it is really blowing. And we have so many trees, and it just scares me. Like within the last year, we had a limb, just a tree limb fall. I was doing dishes. I was standing at the sink, and we have a kitchen window that looks out to the back, and I was standing there doing dishes, and this limb just came flying. I don't know how fast it was going. It was big. I mean, scared me. And thankfully, it didn't damage anything. But then we had another limb fall, and it fell right on my fire pit. Huge limb, just demolished the fire pit. Oh, I missed some of those fireplaces right there. Um, and then recently we had one fall. Uh, was that one a tree or a limb? Both of these were limbs, but they were big limbs because these trees are big. Um, I don't know if the other one was a tree or a limb, but completely demolished one of my compost bins. And so when the wind starts blowing, I'm like, because they're close to the house. Hubby doesn't want to take them down because they provide shade, but I'm like, and he says they're good trees, and they're okay. But I'm like, okay, but if they're so okay, why we keep losing limbs? That's breaking our stuff. So I don't know. It just, I mean, I can't do anything about it, right? Unless we take the trees down. It just causes me anxiety because, you know, anything can happen and they can come towards the house. So I try not to think about it, but it does pop in my brain. And all those three were within the last year. We've had huge limbs fall before. We've had them fall like on the chicken coop, and their roof is a metal roof, so that had to have scared them. Thankfully, they were fine. It didn't. It bent the roof a little bit. Other than that, they were fine. Um, but yeah. Right, that was that. Which one was the fire pit again? 63. Need just 2 of those. Oops, drop that one. Alright, those are done. The U-turns are done. I'm gonna request a forest creature and see what I got. I don't even remember what she got earlier. What did I do? Oh, I added one extra. Okay. Oh, I got a skunk. Don't want a skunk. Got a butterfly. I'll take the butterfly. I will take the butterfly. Bible, be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them, for it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Good morning, Lydia. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I'm just diamond painting. I'm putting words, commands into the Nightbot. You're doing okay. Alright, so I'm trying to focus. I'm looking for a symbol. 46. Alright, I'm going to do this little section. Well, it's not that many of them. There lies the problem. I should have done those in the beginning because those are the ones that I don't like. Should have done those. See, something just fell. That was a branch. This one has a few, so that's not too bad. It'll fill in a little good section. Lucy. Lydia's greeting everybody. That's nice. You see, I'm venturing off into the square above this one because it has the same number. They've done so good at staying in my square. But it's right there at the border, so it kind of got me. Kind of got me. You know, I know when there's like multiple people on the panel, it makes it a lot easier because, you know, there's always something to be said, or when somebody stops talking, the other one starts talking, and that's fine. But I watch people that are just up there by themselves, and they can talk the whole entire time, and I'm like, how is that possible? Like, I'm not talking like recordings, like, you know, that already have like a, you know, planned out what they're gonna say and stuff. I'm talking like just people that are just live and just doing the talking, and they're just all by themselves. Like, how do they do that? I do not have so much to say. I mean, sometimes, you know, I have a good bit to say, but most of the time I don't. Alright, did I get all of those? It doesn't matter because I think I will, and then I will. Nope, there's a line right here because there is a U-turn right there that I missed. There is one of these triangles that I missed, so there. I'm not getting them all. It's not for a lack of trying, though. I am trying. Alright, I think I got all of those. Did Daisy May come in here? Did I miss her? Yep. Hey, Miss Daisy May. Welcome in. You're still here working crocheting. I appreciate you being here, especially with me not being, chatty. I don't know if you can hear the music. I hope you can hear the music, because then at least you could be listening to some music while you crochet. I hope I didn't miss anyone else. No, there's Lucy. Okay. Let me tell you, if y'all get sick a lot, like with colds and just stuff like that, fire cider is great because it keeps you, it's like loaded with like vitamin C and stuff, and you make it at home. So if you know anyone that makes it, get some from them or make it yourself. But I took fire cider. We made fire cider, a lot of it, and we had it for a while. And I mean, I ran out, I think, like a year ago. And I haven't made it. I've bought the stuff to make it, but I've gotten busy and I haven't made it. But I took fire cider for like 4 or 5 years, maybe, give or take. And not one time did I get sick. Not one time. And I just took it every day. I just took like a little shot and didn't get sick. My fire cider ran out. I haven't made it. And that was like a year ago. I've gotten sick, like, not like really bad. Well, one time was really bad sick. That was December of 24. But I think like 3 or 4 times in the last year, when not once in like the previous 4 or 5 years or 4 to 6 years taking the fire cider. So if you know someone that makes it, see if you can get some from them. And if you don't, see about making it yourself. It's not hard, it's easy to make. You just have to wait like 30 days for it to be done. But it is a good, all natural remedy. Sonia, I think I started the channel like maybe 3 years ago. I don't even remember. But I didn't start, I posted like a few things, maybe like this time, no, this time, like 2 years ago, I posted, but I didn't start doing my lives and like actually like trying to grow the channel. Like initially, I was just like putting up like little things, but growing the channel, I started like last November, like mid November was where I was like, okay, I'm gonna try. And then I did really well, or what I think was really well for me anyway. Um, but then, I took like 6 months off. I wasn't able to come on for 6 months. So it almost feels like starting again, because I had just started to take traction, and then being gone for that time, I kind of lost it. And so it's kind of like rebuilding again, but that's okay. But yeah, I don't know when I actually like started it. I wouldn't say 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. But trying to grow a channel. Um, you know what was it? It wasn't this past November, right? It was November of 2024. It was November of 2024. So it's been, what, a year and a half? I've been getting cold, but I'm dealing with my allergies and sinus problems too. I use a whole bunch of herbs that help with a whole bunch of things, and like I grow a whole bunch of herbs and I have them preserved, but it's so much knowledge that I have to like look. Like I'm like, I know I have an herb that will help me with this, but I have to go see what it is. Like plantain, people not like plantain like plátanos that you eat, but there's an herb called plantain and it grows wild here. It just pops up wherever. And you would think it's just a nuisance, but wherever I can get plantain, I harvest it and then I dry it. I'll still leave like a plant out there, or a couple of plants, but I'll harvest it and I'll dry it or I'll freeze dry it. And it's good for so many things like making salves. And um, I was in the garden last week and I got bit like right here by an ant. And initially I was like, ow. And I was like, oh, it's fine. But then as I kept working in the garden, it was like, like that intense burn, right? Like it was burning, burning. And so you get some plantain, you chew it up a little just to get the juices going, and you put it, I put it right on the bite, and within like 2 minutes, the burning stopped, and probably within like 5 minutes, the actual bite itself was like gone. So most people would like throw that away. Not us. I see something different growing out there that I haven't seen before. I look it up, I research it, and then I decide, if we're going to use it or not going to use it. So like one of the new ones I found this year was that we haven't had it before. And I was like, isn't that just weird how God provides for us? Like it's just amazing. It's not really weird. It's just amazing how he provides for us. So before I actually like stopped coming on live, I was having a lot of back issues, and initially that's why I wasn't coming on, because I couldn't sit for this long and do whatever I'm doing here. I just couldn't. I was in so much pain, agonizing pain. And so, I one of the girls recommended a couple herbs, and I went ahead and ordered those because I didn't have them to make tea. And I started drinking that tea, but they're pretty pricey. And this year I look at one that's growing, and so I start researching it, and it is for pain. Like the stem, like you can do the leaves and stuff, and like you can eat it, but it's bitter. But the stem produces a sap, and so you harvest that sap, and that is a pain reliever. They compare it to like opium, except that it's legal. It's not, it's just an herb that grows. That's obviously not as strong as opium, right? But I'm like, he provides for us in such amazing ways. Like, I have it growing out there, and I'll harvest that, and then we'll see how well it works. And I may not need the other herbs that I actually had to purchase. So, so I'm looking forward to using that. I'm not even sure how I got. Oh, I was talking about fire cider. I was like, I didn't even know how I started talking about herbs. Fatima, good morning. Welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing today? But yeah, I haven't made any salve from the plantain. I have it dried though, so I can use it whenever. But we keep it out there because we work in the yard a lot, and we have a lot of ants. And of course, we have the garden, so there's a lot of bees. So I do keep the plantain out there because that will like almost immediately heal you, you know, which is good. But I need to make, I was telling hubby, I'm like, it would be nice though, instead of having to chew it and put it on, that we could actually just have a salve that we could just rub on it and be done with it. Let's see, this is the ending part. This is where I have to do this over and over and over, and it's so torturous to me. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're in here, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you're lurking in the background and you don't want to chat, you can always put lurk in the chat just to let us know that you're here, but we won't bother you. Nightbot will give us a few sentences telling us. And if you're lurking still, leave a thumbs up, please. That would be greatly appreciated. Help me with the algorithm. Hey, Miss Ivy. Ivy B Creates is in here. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Any of you, since I'm not on Restream, it's not running the things, but any of you that's here that wants to drop your link, type in hashtag connect and Nightbot will drop your link for you. Alright, I gotta pick another color. I'm gonna pick capital A. You're like, that is not a color, Jackie. That is a vowel. Okay, it's number 28. It's only a few of those. Greetings, greetings, greetings. So I did order some seeds for herbs that I haven't seen out here yet. They probably are out here somewhere, but they're not. I haven't seen them in my yard. So I did order some of those, and I'm looking forward to getting them and planting them. And they may not do anything this year, but they'll definitely come back next year because most of them are perennials, you know. I want to have my apothecary going, you know, just all my herbs and my balms and my tinctures and salves and all the things. I think that was all of those. Nope, there's some right there. Oh, I dropped that. I like that pillow. Ivy had a her Ivy and Jen had a live last night, and Ivy was showing this pillow. I mean, she showed a lot of stuff, but this pillow that she made, it was red, white, and blue pillow cover. It's really pretty. But most of the stuff she makes is really pretty. She's got talent. Very talented. I think that might be all on these. I think so. And I'm drinking my coffee is iced. I probably should have. Well, I figured the cold would make the throat feel better. But now I'm thinking I probably should have done it warm. But I don't like hot coffee. I gotta be like, I mean, I had something this week or last week because it was really cold. But that's something that I gravitate towards. I think that was all the W's that quickly. There's some stars right there. Okay, maybe that's after my line. So, yeah, that's going to be for the next square, so I'm not even going to bother with that. But there's some U-turns that I missed. How do I keep missing these U-turns? Alright. That was all the W's. I got to the dollar sign. Where's the dollar sign? See, I don't ever remember if it's joke or jokes. I'm gonna put in jokes. I don't remember if it has an S or I don't drink coffee. I will do my iced water or tea or Pepsi. Yeah, a lot of people don't like coffee. I didn't like coffee um, for a long time. I didn't like the taste of it. And then, there would be people that would drink like decaffeinated coffee. And I'm like, what's the point of drinking that? The whole point of drinking coffee is for the caffeine. But then I got to a point where I couldn't have all that caffeine. So I was drinking decaf coffee. But I have to say, well, I probably started drinking coffee about 10 years ago, maybe. But when I first started drinking coffee, it was just a carrier for all the sweetener and all the creamer, because that's basically what it was. It was creamer, sweetener, and a little bit of coffee because I did not like the taste of coffee at all. But now I can just drink the coffee black with nothing. So, I mean, taste buds change, things change. But yeah, I was a big soda drinker and tea drinker. But then when I gave up the sodas, I gave up soda, and then probably a couple years later, I started drinking the coffee, which was really good. I mean, it was, it had so much creamer and stuff in it, though. It was not good for me, but it tasted like, you know, like a treat. So I drink coffee now, um, and I drink tea and I drink water. And when I say tea, sometimes I'll make like a sweet tea, but it's with like natural stevia, not like the stevia that you can get at the Walmart. But so I'll sweeten it with that if I'm doing sweet tea with the brown tea. But that's rare. So I normally just have like herbal teas, like they're not caffeinated, they're just herbal teas. That's mainly what I drink: water, herbal teas, and coffee. And most of the time it's decaf coffee. I can't handle a lot of caffeine, so um, it's not even half and half. It's probably like a quarter caffeinated and 3/4 decaffeinated. It works for me. Yeah, we're all different. Jokes. Wife told me to take the spider out instead of killing it. We had some drinks. Cool guy wants to be a web developer. I I don't. Oh, a web developer. Okay. Okay. Oh, that took me a minute. Bible. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make straight your paths. Proverbs 3:15 and 16. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. See, now that one's funny. Dollar signs. Oh, that one didn't go on there right. There we go. Okay, is that all of them? Probably not. Okay, that's in that field, so let's not go that way. So I got some J's. There's dollar signs right there. Right there. I really hope you can hear the music for when I stop talking. There was another one. Wait, there it is. Okay, and then that's on the other side. I gotta find the curved tip for this pen. I don't know what I've done with it. I think that was all of those. Lucy jokes. What? Oh, I read that one already. Okay. I really want to finish this square. I'm really trying. I'm gonna finish it. There is no trying. Oh, I just needed one. There is no trying, right? There is do. Granny likes to say that. I probably didn't get it right, but it's something like that. It's from Star Wars, I think. I try to make one of the quotes on my Nightbot, but I've never seen it come up. Alright, I'm not going to do more of those because that other square up there has tons of them, so we'll get to those later. I don't know, is it quotes or quote? I don't remember. There I go with the S again. Let's see. Lydia probably remembers them. She remembers all those commands. Maybe it's just quote because it's not. Oh no, it's quotes. No, I picked it up because it says quote, so without the S, but it gave it to me anyway. You've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. Towards Lorimer. Well, yeah, yeah. That's a good one. That is a good one. That is a good one, my friends. Alright, what am I going to do now? I'm going to finish this little corner right here. When I start getting close, I start getting a little impatient, which I don't like to do. I like to just relax, but it happens. Oh, goodness. Okay. Like that was all the ones. There's no more in here. I got 1 5. Let's knock that 5 out of the way. I probably need more putty. Because I'm not picking up anything. That's because it's got static. I don't like when they have static because then they're like jumping beads. Just go all over the place. Alright, so that 5 is done. Then we got the squiggly lines. What number is that? That's number 57. Y'all are like, Jack, what are you talking about? You're just calling out numbers and symbols. I am. Again, thank you all that are here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Y'all, and you know, those of you that were here early in the week, I made the cabbage soup. And that cabbage soup was supposed to last all week. I think we have enough cabbage soup for tonight. So, 3 days? I'm like, how? I mean, I made 2 pots of it. I'm like, how is this even a thing? So I didn't think I was going to have to worry about what to cook for this week. And then I knew that I wanted to make it again. So I am going to make it again. But I thought I had a week to make it again. I didn't realize 3 days. was all it was going to take before I have to make it all over again. Okay, those are the squiggly lines. See, I need to put this right here because I keep trying to go that way. There's one of those missing, but that's just gonna have to wait. And then there's some of these right here. So yeah, so I'll probably have to do the cabbage soup again tomorrow. I may start it today in the crock pot. That way I can just let it go for hours and hours. No, I can't start it out today because I didn't take out any meat. I gotta thaw meat. So I got this little section right here and this little section right here, and this one will be done. All right, 33. I think I'm going to take out the numbers that I need. So I need 33. I need that arrow. What arrow is that? That is 37. I need the blue little hearts. Those are 66. I need the U-turn again. It's 14. Then I need the N and the J, the railroads. That's a lot. See, for just these little two right there, like that's a lot. The J. It's 35. The railroad or H. That's 51. And the N. Did I take out the N? That was 40. Like that's way too many. And then that little symbol, what is it? 67. And then apparently I missed a few up arrows. Where are those at? I know. I'm sitting here just talking to myself. That's okay. It is okay. I can't find that one. $58. 2, 4, 8, 9. So there's 9 colors just in between these two little spots that I have to do. And let's see, did I take out, yeah, the U-turn because I missed those. And then there's the diamond, so there's 10, 15. So like that's a lot for those little sections right there. I will see you later. Have a great day. You too, Rebecca. Thank you so much for coming in. You have a wonderful and blessed day till I see you again. Now we're going to be on here. I'm going to be on here till I finish this little section. And so there is quite a few colors, but there's very little drills to be placed. So I am going to finish this little square before I end the live, just because I feel like I want to be done with it. And then it's going to be storming, so I get to go work on my blanket. Alright, that was all of those. So see, even though it's all those colors, that one is done. Now I'm not putting it away. I'm going to leave it right here because I may need it again, because I do that. I know, I gotta get moving. Gotta get moving. Doing the things. But, you know, sometimes it's just nice to just chill and relax. Yesterday I spent a lot of time on the YT visiting folks. And sometimes, you know, I'm not watching the chat, I just have them in my ear. But yesterday I just like sat there with like my computer. And really the only thing I did was do the counts on my blanket and unravel everything I had to unravel. And watch and listen to people. Alright, I don't see any more hearts anywhere else. So see, we're moving right along. We're moving right along. Alright, so we have the U-turns right here, and I need a few of those. You know what, I don't think I took out the U's. So there was 11 colors. Because I still have U's. And what's the U? 48. Yep, we didn't take that one out. Alright, so this is all done. Let's go with the... What is that symbol? That's that... Do we have that one out here? We don't have that one out here. It's one of the ones that I missed. It's this one. I think it's that one. But I think that's where my partition is, so that's an N right there. I think that's all of those. Getting there. I think I will be able to shut it down at the 2 hour mark. That's 12 minutes. Maybe we'll get there before then. Let's do the use. Still waiting on my hummingbirds to show up. I don't know why they're not here. Alright, I think that was it for the use. Moving right along. These arrows. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just trying to finish this square and get off of here. It's when there's confetti all over the place like this, it takes so much longer than when you just have blocks of the same color. And of course the confetti is what's going to make it, give it all the shadows and all the stuff, but man, I enjoy the blocks so much better. I think because I can just knock them out quicker. Knock them out, knock them out. Alright. That's all of those. So actually it went by pretty quick. We only got, what, 2 diamonds? The J's. That's one of those symbols. That's this symbol. I found it earlier and then I was like, nope, that's not that, but it is one of these. I just need one of you. Okay, and then I lost it. 46. J. there's another one of those, but I think that's on that row. So I'm not going to worry about getting that one back out. And oops, this one does not belong. I guess I didn't take out that color. That's 52. Okay, what color is that? That's so I think we're moving along pretty good. Or I'm moving along. I mean, I don't know because I never like track it, but I think once I finish this square, maybe I'm a third done, maybe a quarter done. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the partitions if I could see them. Yeah, so a third or a quarter. No, 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 you don't go there. That's what happens when I try to rush. I make mistakes. Oh no. $51. Oh, I'm not putting those away, but okay, I have this one. A few of those. And we are going, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that took me so long. I have like a minute and a half for the 2-hour mark. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to put these. I only have a few though, so we're there. You know what? I'm not sure that one went there. It did. It did. And then we have these 4 pieces. And I'm trying to look at my line so it looks like it's not done, but that's because I went over that way. Ooh, this is pretty. This has like glitter on it. And so that is our box, and we are at the 2-hour mark. How cool is that? We finished, but I don't know if you can see that square. It's all glittery. It's pretty. All right, so we finished that. Fatima, have a blessed day. Jackie, until next time. You too, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all, thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. You give me someone to talk to and spend my time with while I craft. So thank you so much. And I hope that all of you have a wonderful and blessed day till I see you again. Bye, guys.